because my message is going to be titled Be Hungry. Say it with me, be hungry. Mr. Chairman, our MP for Bukurugu, Honorable Abednego Bandam, and in fact, all protocol duly observed. We have listened to a mirage of speeches since morning till this afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, before we leave here, I want to share with you something that if you go home and you sleep, it will reoccur in your mind. And what is that thing? When the executives for TABISU came and said they are inviting me for this program, I said, if they can remember, I said, is the program a partisan program or is it non-partisan? I said, for me, I am interested in the theme for the occasion. And if the theme is the role of the youth in the development and unity of Bimoba land, then let's get serious. Let's get serious because, ladies and gentlemen, people have put politics aside thousand years ago and they are developing their territories. But Bimoba land, we are still fighting among us as NDC MPP. We are fighting to the extent that if there is a job for an NDC member and an MPP person is going to facilitate it, they tell the person it is not possible for you to give this job to these people because of politics. We have allowed politics to degrade us to the extent we have lost our dignity. And as we sit here, some of our parents, our brothers and sisters should have been employed, but because of politics, they are unemployed because they know the political party they belong to, they won't employ them. Ladies and gentlemen, and that is the mentality that myself and you, we have seated here, even as intellectuals. We have that mentality that once I am NDC and somebody is MPP, it means that I should never do anything to benefit the other party. But that is very crazy of a thought. It's very crazy. And Mr. Chairman, I want to say emphatically that if we really mean business to develop Bimoba land, then let's do away with the over-politicization of everything that concerns us. Over-politicization, that is what can cripple us, and it has already crippled us. It has already crippled us. As a nation, it has crippled us. As Bimburugu, what do you call it, district, it has crippled us. What can we do differently? And that is my point, ladies and gentlemen. When I get the opportunity to speak to young people like myself, I tell them, no politician has your interest. No politician has you at heart. No politician has got you in mind. They are fighting their own ambitions, also fight for yours. They are fighting for their own career. What is your career? You are also fighting. But myself and you, we seated here, even as students, I know people who don't talk to one another because one is MPP, one is NDC. That is a crazy thought of yours. That is a crazy thought of yours. If you don't know, I remind you, there is the general post to copy from. One is MP, another is MP. One has served as spokesperson for His Excellency John Dramani Mahama before. One also served as spokesperson for Nana Akufo-Addo before. And currently one is, the minister, I think for lands and natural resources or something. Then the other one is also, and one time they interviewed them that do you have disagreements? They said, when we appear on television, we disagree. But back door, I have even sponsored, they interviewed the MPP one. He said he has even donated monies and t-shirts to the NDC one before, and he has also done same to him before, but they are one mother, one father, and you are sitting here, you don't even have the contact of the MP, you don't have the contact of the presidential candidate, and you are fighting, and you are fighting, and you are fighting. I finish. I asked somebody, I said, if you are sick and it requires an aircraft to carry you to Accra so that you don't die, whose contact can you call on phone? And he looked at it and said, Assemblyman. I said, Assemblyman cannot even call the ambulance driver from his constituency, not to talk of calling for an aircraft. I told him that it means you need to go and build a quality network. Most of us are seated here, we don't have one contact that can be of life-saving PP1. He said he has even donated monies and t-shirts to the NDC one before, and he has also done same to him before, but they are one mother, one father, and you are sitting here, you don't even have the contact of the MP, you don't have the contact of the presidential candidate, and you are fighting, and you are fighting, and you are fighting. I finish. I asked somebody, I said, if you are sick and it requires an aircraft to carry you to Accra so that you don't die, whose contact can you call on phone? And he looked at it and said, Assemblyman. I said, Assemblyman cannot even call the ambulance driver from his constituency, not to talk of calling for an aircraft. I told him that it means you need to go and build a quality network. Most of us are seated here, we don't have one contact that can be of life-saving to you. You don't have a contact that you can rely upon. One day when you mess yourself and you need somebody to help you, you don't have a contact. That should be your worry, and not to be worried about, oh, Honorable Abed, I mean, he's my MP, and I'm an MPP, and so when he's coming to talk, I don't need to listen to him. That is foolishness. It is foolishness. I say it with all due respect. I may be wrong, but I say it because it pains me. When he is here to talk, he's not talking on the audacity he even made it categorical when he was speaking that I don't want to speak as a politician. And so he came to speak to us as somebody we are all looking up to. I know of MPP people that I'm looking up to, though I may not sympathize with them. And one is Miracles Abuachi, the communications officer for MPP. I look at him and I learn a lot from him. The guy, when he's speaking, I see impeccable grammar being instituted from his mouth. That is what you should learn from these people, and not to come and say because he's wearing this party A shirt, this party B shirt, it means that I don't even want to listen to him. You will die as a poor person and as a church rat. You will. I finish with this because there is no time. But you see, my dear youth, our destinies are in our hands. Bimoba land, our destinies are in our hands. If we don't do something from today and we allow politics to jeopardize us, one day, Honorable Abel will not be on the seat. Honorable Solomon Board will not be on the seat. You seated here, it will be your turn to occupy that seat. Are you going to occupy the seat with the mentality of a vulture? Or you are occupying the seat with the mentality of an eagle, where you want to see your constituents being elevated and soaring higher heights? They have written their own stories. When I was sitting there, I googled. I said, who is Honorable Abednego Bandum? And they told me a lot of things. I googled. I said, who is Honorable Solomon Boa? And they told me a lot of things. I googled, and they said, I said, who is Lawyer Dubik Mahama? And they gave me a lot of things. The fourth person I googled was our chairman, and they gave me books and researches he has conducted. Ladies and gentlemen, as you live here, what are you writing so that encyclopedia on the internet can even speak about you? Some of us, we don't have anything, no story to talk about, no story to write. Live here and think about it. Don't just see yourself as anybody common. And I like what Honorable MP said, that believe in yourself. As Bimoba youth, we are not ordinary. That is why anywhere I go and I hold the microphone to speak as a motivational speaker, I make sure I leave a mark on the minds of the people I'm speaking to. Because I know out of this crowd, one day, one of you will invite me to come and speak in US. That time you will say, oh, feel better. Or feel better. Forgetting that we pay the price. Also go out and pay the price. The world is too big, the sky is too big, there is enough space there. Let's meet at the top.
Thank you very much. My name is Kampi Laari, and I appreciate the opportunity.